Hello, welcome to Football United TV. I'm back with Bills, the man, and we've just watched an incredible Champions League game. Oh my God, 7-2 to Bayern Munich against Tottenham at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Incredible, right? What happened there?
I don't know, I'm lost for words, Bills. Like, how can you describe what happened today?
All right. Was it that Bayern were amazing, or was it Tottenham that were really poor, or was it some kind of... What weighed heavier, do you think?
I can definitely say
difficult.
that Bayern Munich were definitely good today.
I mean, they did their job.
They were
away from home, of course, Champions League finalists, etc., etc.
Big stadium to go to now.
Exactly. A team that were kind of ready for the taking, admittedly, in some ways, you know. But still, they had that extra level. It wasn't like watching the greatest of the greatest, like, say, like the all classic Barcelona teams or something like that. But they were at that extra level. But what about Spurs? I'm not so much looking at today as clear and obvious as it is, but like you know, their form in general over the last few games
Been very bad.
Ignore that
Why
Carabao
is
Cup
that?
stuff, because that was like a whole different team they put out there. I'm happy to ignore that, but just the season in general, you know, I'm really surprised. I do quite like Tottenham, but do they beat us first game? But like, but really, I've never seen anything like that, honestly. Not from a team that had achieved so much, you know, the year before, or had the spine, the manager, and obviously Levy's a great chairman, etc., etc. You know, and they've really, really built something over time as well.
But are Bayern Munich doing the same thing as Tottenham have been doing the last 4 years? They've actually got a team sustained from their youth and from buying youth players if they want to, instead of buying the big names.
I mean, they've still got some of that Bayern mentality of just, you know, cherry picking the rest of the league. But I do know what you mean. They're maybe not the German players so much, but they're looking at the youth there. But you know, that wasn't the case today. It was Gnabry, effectively. Gnabry,
4
Lewandowski.
goals.
Yeah, unbelievable. And Lewandowski.
They kicked the ball into the state and into the crowd as well, and he lost the match ball.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
if you saw that.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah. He kicked it. They kicked it in the crowd. Yeah, like, and he was like, "Can I have it back?" Oh no, you keep it.
I didn't know that.
Which is very respectful.
That is good. That is nice. But yeah, I don't know. Lewandowski's flick.
Yeah, you were talking about this. You thought that was the best move of the game.
Anyone who saw that game
Critical.
knows what I'm talking about. If not, go watch it.
Lewandowski flicked it, and was it for Gnabry as well? Because I know Kimmich obviously got on the score sheet as well.
No, he got it back. That was his own goal. Sorry, I'm a bit pissed as well. I've just got to be honest here. Yeah, Lewandowski started the movement and got it back for the goal. Either way, I'm only really thinking about that skill, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what happens here? I've been talking to a few of my mates, and they still seem to think Spurs could get out of the group. I do agree with that, because the next 2 games are against beatable opposition.
Yeah,
it kind of
happened last year, didn't it? With Tottenham, they had to get a result at Barcelona, didn't they? At the new camp during the group game, they had to get the result, and it was Lucas Moura as well that got that equalising goal. I think it was. Yeah.
Believe you on this
no,
one.
yeah, this is opinions. Remember, this is a channel for opinions, so we're not always correct. But I think I am on this one. So they had to get something from the new camp in order to go through to the round of 16 in the Champions League, and they did it. They could do it. I mean, to be fair, that you said they drew their first game
against Olympiacos, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah.
So they've
they're not
one
exactly-
point,
not
they've
exactly
lost
firing.
one at home.
And
Olympiacos was away. This one tonight was at home. Like, I can't believe that 7-2 was the...
Yeah, look, I'm going to say this very honestly. I'm an Aston Villa fan, and I know that when we go home or away to City or Liverpool this season, there's a chance that we could lose all of those games quite heavily. Because we'll go to attack, but we will get at least one hammering out of all those games. And I love my team, but I'm sure most Aston Villa fans would say there's a fair chance of that happening. However, that's my disclaimer. That's just a disclaimer.
Don't take yourself down too much.
Well, no, because we're playing great, etc., etc. That's not me putting the team down. I just know, Liverpool and City are that good. However, we weren't Champions League finalists last year. Like, what's going on? We've just got promoted, so I can sit there and say, look, when that happens, there's a strong level of disparity between the top and the bottom of the league. We're looking at the Champions League here. We're looking at last year's finalists. We're looking at one of the historically strongest teams in Europe, or at least in recent history, and that's not where you expect to see that kind of result. Man City and Watford, when City are in form and Watford are off form, that's a real result that can happen, what we saw last weekend. But we're talking about the top of the game here,
I think Tottenham have got ahead of themselves. I think every team as well expects that they want to go and beat the two finalists. Like, look at Liverpool. They lost to Napoli. Liverpool lost to Napoli in their first game in the Champions League. I mean, yeah. They can still recover that back, can't they?
I mean, it's not the best way to start, but, people talk a lot about how the team started last season, etc., etc. And Napoli are a strong team, but... But we are looking at something different here. I can't believe what I've seen,
It was so magical. Magical because I wouldn't expect Bayern Munich to go to Tottenham and beat them 7-2 when Tottenham reached the Champions League final. But then you expectations of a team to reach the Champions League final, you think they've got to get back up at least to the semi-finals. They've got to be into that zone, but
it can be a curse sometimes, but it's not so much like being in the final entitles you to continued success, etc., etc. We've seen plenty of teams get to the final and drop off afterwards, but I guess the idea is that was being put out there as such a big statement of Spurs now being one of the elite, and I believed it too. And
do you think
if the season hadn't gone the way it had done already, before what I saw tonight, I'd have still believed it. But it's just, how can you believe that? I think the thing about Spurs, I've thought about this for years. They've done so well to hold their unit together, but so many things could make the foundations kind of drop out. If you take Pochettino out, I'm not sure.
Like moulding the bread from Football Terrace.
Yeah, right. I can't think of a manager who could step in there and really, sort of immediately pick it up, in the way that, the same way that Poch has left it.
Do you think,
okay,
before you even answer that, do you think Pochettino should leave?
I think he's probably already thought about it. I think he wants a trophy at Spurs. I think if he even won the Carabao Cup,
do you think he wants a Man United job?
I think Spurs are a much better team than Man United right now. Sorry, but it's, it's 100% true, even after tonight.
But they are, but I had this conversation with my brother, I said, they are a bigger team at the moment. Of course they are in the Champions League. I mean,
it's not bigger, no, United is still a bigger team.
No, but to be the saviour of such a big club, to be the man that is looked upon like Alex Ferguson.
But that's what makes him the perfect candidate for the job, with Real Madrid, they need some transition, they've got the young talent, they've got players that still need to integrate, and they're not really gelling as a unit, But Man United need a complete overhaul. Well, when I say complete,
not
certain elements, obviously you want to keep players like Rashford, etc., etc., but he'd be taking United from a similar position to where he took Spurs. Maybe even a little kind of further ahead, if anything. And, he's obviously... Could you think of anyone else who'd be better for that job? The sort of reinvention of a great team.
I don't.
Simeone, but even then, he's really tied into Atletico, so...
it's so difficult.
I think so. But
yeah, we're amazed about tonight, though, aren't we?
It was incredible. Great result, respect to Bayern Munich.
Glad I caught that with you. That was really weird.
Yeah,
sorry for Tottenham fans.
Wasn't expecting to see such a great game tonight.
No, we got a lot of Tottenham fans following us and stuff, and
hey, I like Tottenham, man. It wasn't great to see. It's just kicked up a few things now,
You checked our vlogs. We were in Madrid. We were all round Tottenham supporters as well. So we love that.
Yeah, and always want to see the English teams do well in Europe, etc. But if Spurs can pull it back, imagine if Spurs went and won the Champions League.
Exactly.
After that,
This could
I'd
be a
have nothing but
distant
respect
memory.
for that. That would be phenomenal. But you know,
And I hope
we've
so
got
as
to
well.
see. Yeah, I
you
hope
know.
so too. Now the rest of the season is solely staked. Other than Aston Villa's, you know, staying clear of relegation, it's now Spurs.
Can you give us a quick
progress.
update on this rumour as well at Spurs?
I don't want to talk about it because I don't believe it.
You don't believe
In
it?
case anyone hasn't heard it, I heard this absolute rubbish yesterday that some people have probably seen this on Twitter anyway, or heard people talking about it, about Jan Vertonghen sleeping with Christian Eriksen's wife, apparently.
Apparently.
Well, they reported it as wife, but Christian Eriksen, I later found out, isn't actually married anyway.
So it's not like...
It might have been his girlfriend in reality, you know, doing the dirty or whatever, but if they're going to drop this
I'd take it with a pinch of salt, and
like,
I wouldn't believe what the media are saying on that, and I'd...
If you're an aspiring journalist,
back.
if you're an aspiring sports journalist and you're going to drop a massive story like that, you might want to get the details, like if it's actually his wife or not.
Right, like
it'd still be the same level of
were you there watching it
treachery or whatever, but like, you know, those would be the kind of details of a real pro who's actually dropping a real story with
so
what actually.
what we're basically saying is about this story is don't necessarily believe that at all.
Yeah.
I know Tottenham's results haven't been too great recently, and there's been a lot of background hype going on, isn't there, with the club saying like they've fallen out with the manager, etc., etc. So this could be a result in it.
Something's obviously wrong there.
Something's
obviously wrong there, because like, I was talking to my dad earlier, and it's more or less the same team that went to the Champions League final with Ndombele, who looks fantastic as well. So it's only got better. But like, so there's something, unrelated to what's actually been played on the floor, you know, the tactics or whatever else it is. But we'll have to see.
We'll
I
have
hope
to
so.
see indeed.
You know, Spurs are a great team. They've done things the right way up until now. It just looks like it's dropping off a bit now, yeah.
Oh dear. Well, we got Man United and Arsenal coming up as well on Thursday. And we've also got Liverpool tomorrow and Chelsea. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Please do subscribe, share, like, do what you can. And please give a shout out to Bills as well for being like a true legend for our channel as well. And Eric as well, happy birthday to you too, sir. Your birthday recently. I know you've been sunning it up on Mallorca Beach, looking like...
I'm going to go with Daniel Craig.
Looking like a Sean Connery on the beach there, Eric. You know what I mean? Back in the Bond days, you know what I mean? But yeah, thank you very much for checking us out. And please do subscribe and check our latest content out. We've got stuff with Lumos from AFTV. We've got Unofficial Pundit on tomorrow talking about the 1-1 draw with Arsenal and Man United. And yeah, basically that's it.
Hey, if I point up there, is a little box going to be there so they can press it, and then that?
It will be there. I'll put it there right now. There you go.
I hope
Is
so.
That all right?
I hope so.
Put it there now?
That would make my
there. Can you point as well though? That'll make it easier for people to. Can you point for me?
Let's never do this pissed again.
No, never mind. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Bye bye.